my mind's been spinning over this Lane Kiffin thing.
When he left FAU and landed at Ole Miss, that was going to be one of two destinations. You have to realize Lane Kiffin is the only person in the history of the SEC to coach 3 football teams. Like once the LSU job came open, I do believe that Florida was the original destination. I do believe that he likes the athletic director, a former football player there at LSU, and the base there, especially as far as big players, athletic players you can get in Louisiana. You can see at Ole Miss, he was playing with a Division II quarterback. That's his start. It led them to the college football playoff. That's never going to happen to LSU. He's going to have quarterbacks lined up, 5 stars, 6 stars, lined up one after one to try to play in his offense.
Right.
I mean, he's going to be able to, he's got no more excuses.
Guys, welcome to Fully Loaded, episode 77. Cris Carter, Shawn, Meaike. How you doing, man?
Very good. How are you?
I'm doing well, looking good. I like your attire, bro. You ready to go? Game day. It's like pregame attire.
Andrew, he's been getting me outfitted, so I'm getting.
Glad he gets you outfitted.
Yes.
I get the same thing. I get just one sweatshirt. It's what I'm getting. It's what I'm worth, but it's all I get right now. It may be a hat. So hey, here's what I want to start talking about today, because my mind's been spinning over this Lane Kiffin thing, and I want your insight. I want to give you a couple. I want to give you some numbers and some money, and then I want to hear what Cris Carter has to say about the entire thing. So obviously, Kiffin's taking the job at LSU. He's now got a new 7-year, $91 million contract. So doing okay. He's got a buyout, even though the governor seemed to be mad about the last one they had with Kelly. He's got his own fat buyout. If they win the SEC championship, he gets another $1 million. CFP championship gets $3 million. And you can earn up to $2 million in CFP bonuses, plus an Ole Miss whole deal. Home sale, private, all this other stuff. Yeah, that's great. Well, first of all, what is your take on a Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss, LSU deal in general?
I mean, it had to happen. When he left FAU and landed at Ole Miss, that was going to be one of two destinations, for him before he finished his career.
Yeah.
Like, he's a mover.
Yeah.
Like, he keeps talking about his dad, and I'm fortunate enough that his dad coached in Minnesota for a long time with Tony Dungy, coached linebackers, defensive coordinator. I played a lot against him in Tampa, so became very, very familiar with him. Saw him one of his last public appearances there at the Hall of Fame before he passed away. And Lane keeps bringing up, that's what Monty did his whole coaching career. He went around everywhere. I mean, he coached everywhere, college, pro. He kept moving around, and that's his role model. That's what he's going to do. Now, you have to realize Lane Kiffin is the only person in the history of the SEC to coach 3 football teams.
The only person ever?
Yes.
Shit, I didn't know that. Okay.
Well, the SEC wasn't 18 teams.
But still, but how many years? Yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee, Ole Miss,
okay,
and then now at LSU.
Okay.
Like once the LSU job came open, I do believe that Florida was the original destination. I do believe that he likes the athletic director, a former football player there at LSU, and the base there, especially as far as big players, athletic players you can get in Louisiana compared to Mississippi, Ole Miss, and Northern Florida, because Florida's recruiting has really suffered the last few years, so they have to go more national. But, yes, it's a natural progression for him. You can see at Ole Miss, he was playing with a Division II quarterback. That's his start. It led them to the college football playoff. That's never going to happen to LSU. He's going to have quarterbacks lined up, 5 stars, 6 stars, lined up one after one to try to play in his offense.
Right.
The type of receivers, he's going to be able to, he's got no more excuses.
So the timing, because then I was like thinking to myself,
yes,
business-wise, hey, man, like if I'm Ole Miss and I got Lane Kiffin, I have a better chance of winning with Lane Kiffin, but I can't let Lane Kiffin coach the rest of the college football playoffs.
No.
Because I'm terrified of who he's recruiting for. Why did it have to happen timing when it had to happen?
Well, it had to happen because of National Signing Day.
Yeah.
National Signing Day is Wednesday, and you can't just throw away your first year. And if you don't pay attention to this recruiting class, which LSU has the number 1 player, defensive player, he actually grew up. He can hear the roar of the crowd from outside his house at Tiger Stadium.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of talent that's local.
Yeah.
There at LSU. So they had to do it before that. They had to make a decision before the CFP final comes out on Sunday. So the combination of the dates, man, it's all you'll hear every podcast, every talk show, TV. It's the football calendar. Like they have screwed the coaches and screwed the players because they have forced the coaches to move up their decision making, regardless of what type of season they're
Why?
Because they went from 2 portals down to 1 portal.
Got it.
And they were trying to figure out what was the best. The last year's portal was in December. And there really is no good time for the portal during the season.
Correct.
But
so why not after?
That's the only time we should have it. But also, it seems like the college football NCAA have forgotten that the first chore of these young people is to be students. Because the academic year, semester, quarter begins the first week in January. So now you got hundreds and hundreds of players transferring the second and third week of January.
You're already supposed to be in school somewhere.
So now add drop, how many credits do they have to have, eligibility, getting them entered into school, crash course when school's already started. Like, it is just not a really good calendar. It needs to be changed. And also, I think they need to move the calendar up. Like, let's start playing football earlier. Let's play in the second week in August.
Okay.
Let's start the season.
Okay.
Then, which in turn, we can finish up, before the new year. And then have the portal open after the season.
I don't have to worry about in this mess. Coaches leaving.
Yeah, you can't be having free agency like the NFL. You can't have free agency during the season.
No. And, dude, I wanted to see Lane Kiffin coach Ole Miss in the college football playoff. I mean, I understand he left, but I'm saying I want to see the best team with that team together. I'd love to see him make a run.
Right, no excuse.
Yeah, and now does it affect their ranking in the CFP? Because
it didn't affect their ranking because they did leave Charlie Weiss back.
Is Charlie staying there?
No, he's going with Lane. He signed a 3-year, $6 million deal, $2 million.
But they left him there
to coordinate and call plays.
Crazy.
It's going to help the transition, and then he's going to leave after that.
But they wouldn't let Lane. They wouldn't let Lane stay. So when Lane went into the locker room, allegedly, he said he wanted to stay. He wanted to stay. And the players were tweeting saying he didn't say that. What did he say?
Lane knew it was impossible to stay. He had already talked to all the people. He knew it was impossible to stay.
Got it.
And the truth of the matter, the kids wouldn't want him to stay. Why would I want you to stay? You're going. We play LSU next year.
Correct. Like first game or something. Like, we open with you or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So everything you've told us up to this point, I got to disregard what you're saying now. Like, of course, from a PR standpoint, and I knew it wasn't an easy decision, but I mean, Lane did not make one sacrifice besides I can't coach in the college football playoff. So he wanted that to be on his resume too, that he had made the college football playoff. I think that's significant.
Yeah. Well, it's on his resume.
Yes,
it's on his resume.
But he won't be coaching.
Somebody was talking about. He said we were going to pick him up somewhere else. And he's like, no, just come right here and get me right here, like where the university is.
Yes.
They asked the AD, you want to get off the plane? And he's like, no, just wait till I don't want to get off the plane. Let's pick him up and get the hell out of here.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of angry people, man.
Yes.
I'll hold it, he said. I don't use the bathroom.
No, that was real. No, that was real.
I believe it was.
Yeah, the AD didn't come back until they got back to friendly territory. LSU, then he popped out of the plane.
He's I'm sitting right here until
he's
y'all
smart guy. Yeah.
He's no dummy.
Hey, bro, I understand. You're new on the job, but not new.
It ain't amateur hour. Never does, for sure. All right, so here's some clues. So Lane's going to LSU. What do you think about...
All right, guys, quick break. And this one here is a game changer. If you ever want to look for a healthier way to unwind after game days, or you're tired of boozing so much and how you feel the next day, man, listen up. Do we have an answer for you?
Yeah, man, this one's wild. Today's show is brought to you by Amantara. And if you've never heard of Amanita muscaria, that bright red mushroom you've literally seen your entire life in video games. Christmas art, you see it everywhere. Thing actually delivers some real, unique, and enjoyable effects. It's completely legal. It helps you relax, improves your sleep. Instead of wrecking it like alcohol does, I've been there, and you wake up feeling clean and sharp, no hangover, no fog, none of that next day punishment, just a smooth, warm chill that people are using as a non-addictive alternative to drinking.
And look, we've both been around locker rooms, athletes, friends, and family. Everyone knows someone who struggles with alcohol and anxiety. I've struggled with alcohol myself in the past. Coming off that stuff is no joke. The withdrawals, the stress, the sleepless nights, it's real. Amantara is helping thousands of people find a healthier way to relax without getting hooked on something worse.
Amanita muscaria has been used for thousands of years in traditional cultures for relaxation, focus, and deep sleep. Some historians even think it was the original Christ mushroom. Go look at those ancient paintings. It's wild, man.
It comes in some easy form capsules. Most people start with 2 to 3 capsules, about 1.5 grams. You know, that's about the basic intake for the day. And then it starts with a real smooth, warm relaxation that lasts 6 to 8 hours. No fog, no hangover. Remember when it used to be just a jolly time? That's what this is.
And they're also giving back, which is important to both of us. Amantara donated $20,000 to the Fungi Foundation to protect fungi species like Amanita. And they're funding real scientific research on how it helps with anxiety, which is real and a lot of people deal with, sleep, and alcohol reduction. This isn't some tiny operation either. Amantara has supported over 40 sourcing families around the world for years. They've served over 40,000 customers, and they've moved tens of thousands of kilos of Amanita right here in the U.S. They're the real deal, the biggest and most trusted player in the entire space.
So if you want a legit, healthy alternative for your post-game wind down, or you want to chill without the booze, join me and head to amatera.com/go/fully loaded. That's amatera.com/go/fully loaded. Use code FL22 for 22% off of your first order today.
Again, that's FL22 for 22% off. Try the Amanita capsules. You will 100% thank us later.
Perfect for game day without the hangover.
Is it John Sumrall from Tulane? Summerlin, I'm sorry.
Yep, no, it's okay.
From Tulane to Florida. What do you think about that?
It's a good choice. They got a good program there at Tulane. I think he's going to recruit well. I think it's harder to be good at Florida than people have thought before.
Why?
I think it's harder to recruit. I mean, you look at the SEC, I think top to bottom, the depth of every team, Georgia, Alabama, all the top teams, you see their depth has suffered because of, teams Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Vanderbilt. I mean, the other teams are a lot better around them, so the talent pool, it definitely gets deleted. Like there's only so many players.
Got it.
So it's going to be exciting, though. The SEC is going to be exciting. College football is exciting. I believe this is the most exciting time of college football in my whole life.
Your whole life?
Yes.
Okay.
Because more teams really have a chance to win than ever. And something top to bottom, I think even myself as a consumer of the product, yourself as a consumer of the product, more players and coaches, they have really good storylines.
100%.
In college football.
100%.
And because of the money, it's brought so many new players that makes it a fresh product. I mean, Indiana. I mean, what the heck?
Dude, which is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, Pavi, the dude at Vanderbilt. I mean, come on.
And it's a storyline.
Yeah.
His brothers, the whole thing's a storyline.
Yeah. Duke making a huge comeback. Duke could make it to
Belichick's a storyline.
Yeah.
In North Carolina.
Texas Tech. I listened to the guy that runs their NIL. I mean, this guy, a former NFL guy, big buff guy, cowboy hat on. He said, ultimately, Texas Tech, if they run out of money, all they got to do is drill oil. The campus is built on an oil well.
We're good. We ain't never going to run out of money.
I was like, golly. Man, I mean, bruh, I see why they're in the top 10
That's
skyrocketing.
FU money, bro. I do whatever I want, whenever I want.
I mean, they got a nice little payroll.
That is
and their players that they paid actually played well this year. So, to me, college football is more exciting than any other point in my life that I could ever remember.
Well, that's a big statement from you. How about Alex Golish going to Auburn from South Florida?
No, good football coach.
Okay.
Really good football coach. Got that program turned around in South Florida. The last 2 years, they were a problem. This year, even beating Florida. Mm-hmm. But the thing that caught my eye with him was the 2 previous years, earlier in the season, he played Alabama. Okay. And part of one of those games you and I watched, and we were like, oh, my goodness, South Florida, they're going to be a problem. At halftime, they were neck and neck with Alabama.
Correct.
So the overall mental and physical toughness that he presents with that high octane offense that he's going to play. Like, it is good mix. Former offensive coordinator there at Tennessee, so now getting back into the SEC. Auburn, they got real resources.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, see the way those kids played in that rivalry game against Alabama. Yeah. Like, it's a good spot for him. He's going to get some good quarterbacks there. The numbers as far as yards and points they scored were, records for South Florida offense. So that was a very, very good decision, by Auburn, being able to snatch him up. I'm looking forward to seeing how he continues the journey through his career.
How about Bob Chesney going from James Madison to UCLA?
I mean, James Madison, they're trying to follow the Indiana model.
Yes, I was going to say. Everybody wants that. Yeah.
James Madison right there on the cusp of potentially trying to, making it into the top 25, being ranked this year. A lot of good football players. The things about, a coach like him is, he knows the X's and O's because he don't have the best groceries. He don't have the best players.
Yeah.
But he cooking up. He
got to out-coach people.
Man, I need to look up this restaurant. Google search it. Like, how many stars they got? What's their rating on it? Because the food here is really underrated.
Correct.
And that's what you're starting to see, especially with some of these institutions. When you run out of certain names, go look somewhere where they're overcoming adversity. And Indiana is the gold standard there with their coach, and they got a huge game. I'm going to that game. Indianapolis. Yeah. I'll be right there. Texting with Coach Day this week after the Michigan game. Texting early, like 6 a.m. after the game.
How do you feel about it? Was that much of a game?
No. In those type of games, it's so hard fought. But that's the first time in inclement weather that Ohio State coaches had the guts in the world to throw the football.
Yeah. Well, they got a kid that can throw the football, too.
Well.
To his team whenever he wants.
Well. And to be able to scheme it up, to call it up. Yeah. They have wideouts. They've always had wideouts. But to connect like that in the passing game when you need it the most in the game, it was really, really amazing. Also talked to Brian Hartline.
Okay.
He's the coordinator. He was the one calling it. He was trying to defer all the attention and everything. No, Chris, it was a collective. I was like, no, dog, he was calling at you, man. First-year coordinator, man, you was doing that. He was like, no, the kids did with that. The coaching staff.
You got to love people like that. Love people like that.
South Florida hired him.
Yeah.
Like, he's the new coach.
Yeah.
There. So that right there is dangerous for FAU.
Yes, it is. Some leaving, some coming in.
I mean, bro,
there's a lot of danger out there in the water. So it didn't get better.
It did not get any better. So excited about that Ohio State-Indiana game. A lot of talent on the field. And I think this game will decide the Heisman Trophy.
Really?
Yeah. I think Ohio State will win the game. I think they will have a hard time blocking Ohio State's front, and they're going to get after Mendoza. And
how close do you think the game going to be?
No, I think it's going to be a good game.
Okay.
But I do believe they're, tit for tat, indoors. I don't believe they're going to be able to stay with Ohio State for 4.
What's the spread on that game?
I think 5 points, 5 or 6.
5. Who would ever thought Indiana? If I'd have told you that 2 years ago.
The new year, this new era, man, like, you can do it. Like, you can. And last year they were more smoke and mirrors. They had some good players. But this year's team is significantly better than last year's team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went to Oregon, beat Oregon. So went to Penn State, beat Penn State.
What is it, 4.5? Well, Penn State, why don't they have a coach yet?
Because they fumbled it.
But that totally screws everything up, right?
Oh, absolutely. People were poaching all their kids.
How could they not? There's no coach. If I'm a player at Penn State and I ask you, you're the AD who's going to be my coach, or I'm a parent.
I think there's only 133 schools in Division I. I know I'm wrong about this, but Penn State's recruiting class is 177.
They're 177 out of 133.
Yeah.
But why did they name a coach? They fumbled. Why would they fumble like that?
Well, because they thought, first of all, number one thing is disrespect.
Okay.
They didn't give enough respect to James Franklin and his overall record and what he accomplished. And that backfired on them in the coaching world. Because it's like, okay, James Franklin, you were nothing before he got there. He built this, and then you fired him. He didn't do anything off the field.
He's like a game away from winning national champion. I mean,
Now, they had a tough schedule this year. They didn't live up to expectation, but no reason for him to be fired.
Okay.
I mean, F your Penn State. Like, people from Penn State think more about Penn State than the football community, college football does, and how coaches feel about it. Now, the wild card is, what about Kalen LeBoer at Alabama? I've been hearing some rumors that potentially him and his family might not be happy. Now, he denied it and everything, but you know, Miami's a tough
living there.
Yeah,
but not just living there.
And the whole attitude, the SEC, the fan base, like, that's a tough deal.
Can imagine.
So they said they might be waiting on him.
Really?
That's one of the rumors I heard. Now, they did strike out with a couple guys. A number of institutions gave extensions to their coaches. So that took a number of coaches out of it, especially my guy that's at, from Nebraska. Now, he graduated from Penn State. His wife graduated from Penn State. He was supposed to be the number one candidate.
They couldn't get him?
As soon as they fired him, he signed an extension.
It's funny how Nebraska got that, yeah. And he signed it, so he's good.
Right. So I thought they were going to go for Brian Hartline.
Okay.
I thought they were going to go for the Dan Henning. Dan Henning, defensive coordinator, Kirby Smart, no head coaching experience. Oregon's his first gig.
Okay.
They seem to be doing all right.
Yeah, he doing okay.
Kirby Smart is the original assistant coach, good program, Alabama, stay there a long time, get your gig. First one, Georgia. Now, I thought they were going to do that. You know, Ryan Day. Sit there at Ohio State under Urban Meyer, never been a head coach. Bam. So, like, that model, like, it does work. I thought that's what Penn State was going to do.
But if they don't
with Hartline, especially with the recruiting.
That's the thing. I don't get
because that would immediately hurt Ohio State or anybody in the Big Ten.
And you're killing yourself by not having anybody there.
Yeah.
Unless they get DeBoer and they had something where he was like, but now.
That was the only thing that makes sense.
If that happens, you'd be like, that makes sense.
And if you look at the caliber of coach, what caliber of coach are they getting right now?
They're not. And like you said, you already gave the year away, recruiting-wise. Now I come in behind the 8 ball anyway because I gave a year up.
I think James Franklin took 4 of the kids off the list. He took 4 of them to Virginia Tech.
But like you say, you got fired for that's so as coaches, you can sit back and go, why don't I go there? James Franklin
was on College Football Game Day pleading his case how I'm ready to coach. I didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, I'm ready to go now.
Yeah, I'm ready to go right now. And it just made Penn State look bad.
Yeah.
And then when you have, you start losing guys that, hey, I like it here. And these athletic directors, these idiots, any type of heat, any type of rumor. I mean, I would call one of those guys at ESPN and be like, hey, man, speculate. I'm going somewhere. Athletic director called me, hey, is anything true to this? No, especially not when I get this extension. No, we can work on, you can extend me.
Then I'm good.
Yeah.
I like being here. I just want to learn.
Absolutely. I like new money.
I just want to get paid.
Listen, I like new money.
Exactly.
That's what all of them are saying. I like new money.
Like my man said the other day, it ain't a lot of money until it's in your hands.
Thank you.
It's a lot of money with your hands. I like that a lot.
The only thing better than money is new money.
So you look at it, you talk about FAU, right?
Yes.
Tulane's guy gone.
Yes.
Okay? South Florida guy gone. Memphis guy gone.
Yeah.
And
North Texas.
North Texas.
Yes, sir. Next year's a major come up.
It'll be interesting.
Yes.
Could be
FAU got to spend some money, man.
FAU need, I know. I was talking to one of you guys today. He's great. I can't repeat what he said.
I heard South Florida got like $10 million, though.
Did they really? Man, that's some oil.
They're going into their new stadium in 2027. They have a standalone college stadium on campus. Not playing in Tampa Bay Stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
That's going to be badass.
South Florida is a problem.
That is going to be a problem. I'll tell you what, man. You look at Lane. Look at his. Kirby Smart gets $13 million a year.
Yeah,
Ryan Day, $12.5.
Yep.
Lincoln Riley, $11.5. Dabo gets $11.2. Sarkisian, $10.8. Lanning, $10.4 at Oregon. Your boy DeBoer, $10.2.
Yep.
Brian Kelly was getting $10.1. Belichick gets $10.1. What do you think about the Belichick experience, college football? You said beginning of the year you didn't think it was going to work out well at all.
No, come on, man. He don't have the personality for that. Like, especially at this time of his life, this is not the time that he need to bring a sidekick with him.
Yeah.
Like, at this stage, it is not the best version of himself.
Yeah.
Like, brilliant football. But at this stage of his life, you really have to question a lot of his decision making. And I do believe he got forced into North Carolina because after doing the media for a year, no one in the NFL would hire him. And especially when you have Robert Kraft reportedly, allegedly, as they say that, make sure I don't get any lawsuits against me,
Allegedly, yeah.
That he had called Atlanta's owner, Arthur Blank, to tell him not to hire Belichick, and he ended up hiring Raheem Morris. So
Because they were thinking about hiring Belichick.
Yes. He interviewed for it.
Why do you think nobody in the NFL would hire Belichick? He obviously had a hell of a lot of success, Brady or not, and then I mean, like, I get it, but like, why? Why couldn't Belichick get a job in the NFL?
Well, for one, Belichick has not been nice or cordial to people.
Okay.
Like, he has kind of looked down and talked down to a lot of people. And if you look at his relationship with the league office, I mean, after several investigations, I mean,
Yep.
and then once Brady left, if you look at his overall resume without Tom Brady, man, he's a 500 coach. Like, at this point, do you want that and that control you would have to give him? I'm controlling the roster. I'm controlling all the moves. And, I mean, you know he's going to change every way you're doing things. Like, so, no, the NFL said, no, we've had enough.
Dude, what does he do in North Carolina? I mean, is he going to end up leaving on a 4-6 or 4-8? Like, what is he just going to ride it out?
He's going to coach one more year there, and then they're going to decide to part ways.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's
I saw a video of him at a adult cheerleading competition.
Yeah, I saw that.
With his girlfriend.
You know, it's always funny when he laughs. He's over there.
I guarantee. I know he's got a daughter. I know he's got a daughter. I guarantee he didn't go to his daughter's recital. I guarantee.
You don't think back in the day he was going to? He wasn't going to.
Man, stop playing, man. Stop, man. Stop.
So she wasn't going to nothing.
Stop. Stop.
All right.
Yeah.
Heisman. These are the latest Heisman rankings. This can't be for top. He must be wrong. Jeremiah Love is Diego Pavia. Fernando Mendoza is the favorite right now to win the Heisman.
Yeah, the Indiana quarterback, 30 touchdowns, five.
You think
five
that
interceptions.
game's going to decide it?
This game, yes.
You think Julian Sam wins
against
the
number one? If the number one defense, if he can propel Indiana as the underdog to win, and he plays well, it's between him and Jeremiah Love. Julian Sain, which I do believe is the best quarterback, and definitely him and C.J. Stroud, best thrower of the football in Ohio State history. Their weaponry, it will prevail. So I do believe he's going to throw for 300 yards, and they're going to win the Big Ten, and he's going to win the Heisman the following Saturday.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Jeremiah Love is going to finish second or third, depending on the margin between the quarterbacks.
Got it. Okay.
So if you look at the betting line right now, Mendoza is the favorite. Love is second. And I think Love might be second, tied with Julian Sain, maybe plus 160, something like that.
And they threw Diego in there because he's a good story.
He is a good story.
He's a great story.
Yeah.
The whole thing's a great story.
But he's a Shrimpsky.
Yo, he is.
His mama's using that 15 minutes of fame.
Hey, bro,
she's shaking a
I
leg
ain't
now.
mad at mom. And
Shake
she got
my
Theo
tail
Vaughn
feather.
in there. You know, I love Theo Vaughn. You got Theo Vaughn in there. And that mess over there.
Yes.
It is hysterical. So
they got huge NIL, too, at Vanderbilt, man.
Really?
That's where our boy C.J. Hurd went.
I know he played. He balled out this year.
Oh, no, he's good.
He can play. He can play.
Yes. Yeah. Vandy, big things are happening at Vandy, man.
He can play. All right, so about NIL. So this is the Athletic. Talk about the NIL situation. Talk about Power 4 quarterbacks and how much they're typically paid. Why don't you tell me? Because what do you think a Power 4 starting quarterback gets?
Power 4 between $1.5 to $4 million.
You're good. Between 100 and 300,000, allegedly. However, that number increases.
Wait, what now?
Between 100 and 300,000, somewhere in there, depending on the quarterback.
Oh no, Power. I got Power 5. Power 5 compared to
that's Power
Group
4.
of 5. Group of 5.
Yeah.
Power 4.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So he's saying the average quarterback in Power 5. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Power 4 rather. Power 4 is $100,000 to $300,000 baseline rate for quarterback at that level.
No, I don't think so. I
Me
think
neither. How much would it be?
Well, Beck is making $4 million.
Correct.
What's your name? Well, my man Arch is making the most money in college football NIL. He's supposedly making $4 to $5 million. Jeremiah Smith supposedly making $4 to $5 million. Yeah, he's making $12 million over the course of maybe 4 a year.
Yeah.
You see him throwing last week for $12 million? $12 million ain't what it used to be, dog.
No. I can get myself $120,000.
I'm glad Michigan gave him the money.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Yeah, that porthole guy, thank you. I appreciate
David Portnoy.
That's what's his name?
Dave Portnoy. Yeah, I know you playing. I had to do it just to help you out because he hates your school. He's on Fox now, isn't he? You like listening?
Yeah.
Do you like listening to him when we talk about football? What do you think when you hear him talk about football?
He needs to stay with the information. Like, you're supposed to be providing information for me. Like,
yeah.
And it shouldn't be so one-slanted. Like, I've been on TV not representing the Vikings, not representing the Buckeyes, and can still tell a story to people. Like, he's gotten so anti-Ohio State, it's hard for me.
Ohio State.
It's hard for me to listen to his opinion on any college football.
Correct.
Because he doesn't know that much.
Correct.
And the more he talks, guess what? The more I realize that dude don't.
The more he speaks, the less you know he knows.
You know what it is? He is like WWE comes to college football. Like, they swear it's real, but it's not.
You mean just him being there itself? It just can't be real.
Like, he's no expert. Like, what's his expert? How did he develop his expert opinion?
He don't got one.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's there. I'm sure
it's an act. Then
it's an act.
Okay, a stick.
But it ain't. What do they think it was going to be like? Do they think it was this tiny version of Pat McAfee?
They're just hoping his crowd. No, they just hoping his crowd follows him for viewers. It's about viewers and clicks.
I wonder if it has.
I'm sure some type of way they've made it work.
Some analytic it works.
But it doesn't look. How would it look if Urban Meyer was dressed up as Brutus Buckeye every week? Like, how would that look? See, we got guys that do this.
Correct.
What he needs to do is take note from Desmond Howard. Now, Desmond Howard is one of the classiest people on and off the field, on and off camera of all time. Like, you look and see Michigan, but he don't sound like that. Desmond Howard didn't lose no games against Ohio State.
Yeah.
That was after I left and everything.
Yeah,
but
because you was gone. Yeah, you were there.
He didn't lose any game. But the way his product, the way his brand, I can listen to him about college football. If he's on Sports Center, no matter what. And I know he shouldn't like Ohio State. But, like, when we see each other, ain't no big deal.
And he does his job.
Oh, my God.
And he's not personal about having a meltdown. And like it's hurting him.
No.
Plus, it's weird to be that personal when you don't really have a personal. It's a difference between rooting and playing. Like, your personal relationship with it, like this.
Right. Listen, when you've invested the money that Portnoy has invested in Michigan, it's impossible for him to give an unbiased opinion.
Correct.
And Fox don't care. That's why they put him on TV. They don't care.
Correct.
They don't care. But, hey.
If it's working, it's working.
OSU.
It didn't work out well for him last week.
No, he had a long face.
But he didn't look happy, huh? You feel bad for him?
No. No. He'll go back to cheering for New England.
He will go back to cheering for New England. That's right. He'll find, and whatever he does in the NBA.
He'll pivot. He's going to get the coach fired. That's what he's going to. That's his next mission.
In Michigan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what he'll push for.
Mm-hmm. I'm all for it.
Yeah, you're fine.
I hope they eat each other.
But don't what is that? Don't when your enemies make mistakes, don't get in their way.
No,
just let them do their deal.
Absolutely.
All right, so here's a couple guys I want your opinion on this year. I'll give you some stats. So why Saquon Barkley's at 740 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3.7 per carry. What has happened with Saquon in Philly?
I don't know what happened, but I know he's in a lot of commercials. I know he did a lot of celebrating. This is the thing. Guys win one championship. And, like, he's not historically associated with winning and record-breaking with the Giants. Like, they made playoffs one time. They beat the Vikings.
But they lost a lot. I mean, he wasn't a champion.
And he was average a lot.
Okay.
I heard he was meeting with people to how do you focus on your legacy? How do you get involved with a dynasty? Like, they would, like,
you won the championship, bro.
I mean, you just won one. Like you just
slow down. You won one.
And then they figured out, oh man, offensive lineman got hurt. Oh, wow. They lost their coordinator. Their scheme is not too difficult. And they stopped him from all those long runs. Like, man, he's just an average running back. And he's banged up, bro. Yeah. Like, you can see when he gets off the ground, he gets up off the ground awful slow this year compared to last season. Last year he had a wiggle, big run. Oh, yeah, he was profiling. No, not so much. Not so much. A lot of commercials, though, in between. A lot of commercials.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Everyone doesn't always respond well to that superstar status.
Yeah.
Right? How do I manage that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do I? And that's why the ultimate superstars, for them to stay in their prime and just continue to put year after year with no dip.
Correct.
That's what the real superstars. That's what happens.
Yeah.
This is a significant dip.
Well, it is definitely a significant dip. Geno Smith, the Raiders, 2,500 yards, 15 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 30.8 QBR.
Yeah, 30.8. It speaks for itself. What should we do with them?
I know.
No, it's a disaster what's going on with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll.
Think it'd be better with Pete Carroll for the season start? Do you think?
I thought. But the thing about it is, like, maybe Pete Carroll lost his mojo because I thought he was going to stabilize it, being an adult there, him and Tom Brady. But man, the Geno Smith thing did not work.
No, it's definitely not work.
It did not work, and they don't have a lot of explosive players. I'm really disappointed in the running back. I'm glad they fired Chip Kelly because now with Chip Kelly and Ryan Day are best friends because Chip Kelly coached Ryan Day.
Okay.
Chip Kelly was the coordinator for Ohio State, so now they lost Hartline. So guess who they get ready to hire
Chip
back?
Kelly. My man, perfect. You're okay. Buckeyes be okay.
Bruh.
It all works out.
Damn.
It all works out in your favor.
Raiders, we appreciate you.
Thank you very much. We're ready. We're ready.
Mark Davis, next time you go to the barber, man, next haircut on me, dog. Okay?
Please.
That's on me. Send me that. Send me that. I can handle that.
You could definitely help him out.
Yeah.
With that thing.
Which cut he getting? The bowl one. The bowl.
Yo, that's what he's got. For all that money. Cooper Kupp, 438 yards and a touchdown. What's going on with Cooper Kupp?
Cooper Kupp has definitely lost a step.
He's injured. He's just...
I mean, he's been banged up for the last 3 years, and that's why the Rams got off of him. They even bought in Devontae Adams. See how effective Devontae Adams is in that offense? Mm-hmm. We got 14 touchdowns this year next to Puka because they know Puka's their number one. Correct. So if I'm going to go with an older guy at the number two, he's got to have certain traits. And that red zone and one-on-one releases Devontae Adams, it's special. What Cooper didn't know, though, when they traded him, because DK Metcalf was there. Then they traded DK Metcalf. He said, oh, man, maybe I can be number one. No, they had JSN.
Yo.
You know?
Yeah, 100%.
He's nasty.
82 catches, 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns already. Yeah.
Like so now he's a
in that offense,
2-3.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, like he was on his way to having potentially been as a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
And that's been seriously derailed the last 3 years.
All right. So who the Vikings got this weekend?
Washington. Yeah.
What do you think if you're looking at because a couple of notes he keeps is the Vikings, their quarterback situation. What do you think is going to happen at the end of this year if it doesn't get any better for JJ or for the Vikings?
Well, the Vikings they've already made a decision about their future because number one thing this year, the Wilf family, Mark and Ziggy Wilf own the Vikings, they had a cash outlay greater than any team in the NFL. Mm-hmm. So what they decided to do is, okay, we're not going to sign Sam to that medium contract, maybe 3 years, $30 million, $100 million, $33 million, something like that, which he ended up getting in Seattle, or which they did like Sam, or Danny Dimes, he was a backup there in Minnesota. They liked him too. But Danny Dimes chose not to stay in Minnesota because he thought he had a better chance of beating out Richardson than JJ. Right. So those two decisions collectively, one by the team and one by the player. Which he would have beaten
either one of them out.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
You'd have been okay either way.
Yes, absolutely. So now they decided to beef up their defensive front. They decided to beef up their offensive line. They decided to invest in some players that had done well for them for the last couple years. So now they got older because their quarterback was on his rookie deal. But it's not working out. No. The fans there are not happy. Like, you cannot go from where they are now. They got 5 wins. They had 14 wins last year.
Yeah.
I mean, they had 14 wins with 2 games to go in the season. Like they've won a lot of games.
They got 4 wins?
Yep. 10, going 10 the other way with that roster?
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for them not to keep going with J.J. McCarthy. Like, there is going to be a year 3 with him. People also forget Carson Wentz got knocked out, so they did have a plan B. They did have a veteran, but Carson can't stay healthy.
Yeah, no.
You know? So
he get hurt.
J.J. McCarthy is going to be the quarterback for the Vikings this year and next year, based on my opinion. And to me, it does not look good. And the reason why is he does not have the touch or feel of the overall football game. Right now, he is a thrower of the football compared to a passer of the football. And I just watched another Michigan quarterback who was the number 1 recruit in the country, and he can't throw. So, like, you can really talk about the lack of development that J.J. McCarthy's having, or young quarterbacks. It really will make or break your future.
Yeah.
Like, look what Caleb is doing with Ben in Chicago.
Yeah.
Look what May is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even what the kid in Washington, what he did last year. Like, these are all very young quarterbacks drafted around the same time as JJ. When you compare them, there's no comparison as far as how they orchestrate their offense, how they throw the football, their ability to make big plays, and, you know, some of them, the ability to stay healthy on the field. That's going to separate them. But the Vikings have a quarterback problem.
Yeah. But JJ will be there next year.
Yes.
He'll have to be there next year.
Yes.
If I had told you before the season started, because as of right now, this is the seedings we got, that the Bears and the Patriots would be number 1 seed in their respective divisions, which one would you be more surprised by? Before the season even started, I said, the Bears and the Patriots are number 1 seed in their division. Which one would you be more shook up by?
I would still have to say the Bears, because all the other teams were playoff teams.
Yeah.
Last year we got Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota. Oh, the Bears are what? What happened to those other? Because that would be what happened to them in the other division. The Jets and the Dolphins aren't any good.
No.
So I got one question answered. What happened to Buffalo? Just one question.
Yeah. The number 7 seed right now is Buffalo.
Yeah, like, no, man, it's definitely Chicago.
Dude.
And the way Ben, his effect on that quarterback, like that, man, that is amazing. Like, it's amazing how quickly to get his mindset turned around and get him out of shotgun 50% of the time, get him under center. And, man, they run the ball, play action. Like,
I'm going to tell you what.
It's amazing to see.
We did, before the season even started, you were talking about this. And we got done, and I was talking to a buddy of mine about something else, which is why I stay in my lane. And I was like, bro, this guy comes from Detroit. Like, Cris Carter thinks he's going to make the Bears this year into a playoff team. Not number 1 seed, playoff team. I said, there's no way that happens. It makes the motherfucking 9-3. Like, number 1 seed. Pick the right opportunity.
There's 2 things, the reason why. Well, there's 3. Detroit played, and they never gave Ben, because he's an undersized guy. You know, people didn't know his voice. He's kind of underspoken till now. You're starting to see him as a head coach and see his personality develop. But everything was Dan Campbell. Like, Dan Campbell was not calling those plays. Dan Campbell is not creative like that. Like, so their running game was the number 1 thing. And I said, okay, when you can teach that type of running game, when you have that type of running attack, which leads to play action, the play calling, he ran some plays I had never freaking seen before.
You had never seen them.
I had never seen them before. I had never seen how they attack, especially in the red zone, some of the reverse stuff they would do, throwing the ball to offensive linemen and everything. Like it was so exciting. And then ultimately, I never would believe that someone could be a better quarterback coach than Sean McVay with the Rams with Jared Goff. Like, Jared Goff was a better player, man. Man, if he would have played like that with the Rams, they would have never let him go. So those 3 things right there, with what they had in Chicago, because they had really good talent, they concentrate on that offensive line, and then the quarterback, you could see from back in college, like, he is a game. Now, to me, he has more of the attributes of Patrick Mahomes, avoiding people, throwing at different angles, can throw it down the field, off platform. Like, he can really do it. Not some of these ones that people invent, the media and stuff. Like, he has some of those same tools. Now, what Patrick Mahomes does as a passer is one of a kind. But I'm just talking about those attributes. You can see flashes of them. And Ben Johnson put that thing in Chicago. Chicago is a dangerous football team.
The number 1 seed right now, you got the Rams 2, Philly, Tampa Bay, Seattle, Green Bay, San Fran. Who do you think's the NFC champion? Who do you think's represents the NFC in the Super Bowl?
I'm going to still say Philadelphia.
Okay.
Now, I know they're going to have some injury. They're going to come down the stretch, but I think they're still the most talented team. It's not going to be as pretty. Now, they are seriously distracted from last year. They are not seriously focused based on all the media. Typically, if there's some smoke, typically something in the house burning.
Something burning,
Yeah, something burning,
So, there's a lot of smoke.
Yes. All year.
They're trying to keep it in, but it keeps floating around. Everybody's calling the fire.
Well, let me tell you, the last 8 games after they had an unbelievable streak. They had won like 18 out of 20, but they have gone 4-4 in the last 8.
Yeah.
So that right there,
But you still believe they come out of it. If you had to pick
some
a team
type
right
of
now.
way, and the reason why is because it's hard for me to think that Chicago can get it done in the first year. Detroit's got significant injuries, especially their defensive backfield. Dallas, come on, man. We know Dallas. Like, they've made Jerry Jones might be executive of the year after the Parsons trade. People wanted to kill him for it. Now it's like, oh, shoot. That old boy knows something about football.
Yeah. You might have got something right. Yeah.
Because they are looking spectacular. And then, the Rams, if it wasn't the Eagles, I think the Rams are a close second. Because Matthew Stafford, he puts fear in the defense.
Okay.
Yes.
Currently, the AFC got the Patriots 1, Broncos 2, Jacksonville 3, Baltimore 4. You got Chargers 5th, Colts, Bills. Who do you think represents you still think it's the Patriots?
I think it's the Patriots, but watch out for the Texans, bro.
Really?
That defense.
Okay.
Ooh. That defense is problems. And you can see last week, C.J. Stroud came back, game manager, making enough plays against Indy. They smacked Indy, but that defense, number 1 in the NFL, bro. Number 1 in sacks. Like, they get after you. And they got the best secondary in the NFL. Yeah, they are an issue. They are a problem. And if they get C.J. Stroud stays healthy, they get good quarterback play, they are dangerous. They're going to be in the AFC Championship against the Patriots.
Okay. Broncos got no shot?
No, they have a shot, but their offense is not good enough.
Even that with the Washington, they just, it was like 15. Were they beating by point?
Oh, they struggle, man. You have to lock them in the gym to score.
They don't give up nothing, but they'd do something.
Right.
All right, so the Cowboys-Chiefs Thanksgiving matchup set a record as NFL's most watched game ever. NFL saw a historic number on Thanksgiving Day, led by 57.23 million viewers watching the Cowboys and the Chiefs.
Wow.
It's now the most watched NFL broadcast ever, peaking at more than 61 million viewers it peaked at. Outside of WoW, because WoW is a good way to describe that, what are your thoughts on what's happened with the NFL?
Well, that's 15 more million than they predicted. They thought they were going to break the record at 42 million. Like, the product is amazing. And, getting that holiday schedule right, the fans deserve better games. This is the first time I can really remember, really having some bangers on Thanksgiving.
And they were.
Yes, I was like, okay, what time are we going to eat? Let's eat early. No, not this year. We got good football on early. We're going to eat a little bit later.
We got a lot of good football on.
Yes.
All right, let's get to the comments. We'll wrap up with this. All right, Borig94. I've said this many times, anyone who'll listen. Kelsey is just a big wide receiver. Never gets blocked off the line, never throws a block or sticks his nose in a scrum. Watched him and Gronk all their careers, and I'd take Gronk over Kelsey all the time. He was a great blocker, ran precise routes for a pocket pass for Brady, didn't rely on a playground quarterback's antics for 60% of his catches. Putting Gates, Gonzalez, both of who won Zip, and Kelsey over Gronk is ridiculous. I think this guy likes Gronk. What do you think about that?
Man, Gronk is a bad dude. There's a lot of people. This guy's no football genius. Gronk might be the best tight end ever. Yeah, and because of his blocking. If you take his blocking and his ability to score touchdowns, man, Gronk is a problem.
I wish he kept playing.
Well, I think that he came into the league with a bad back.
Okay.
And eventually, the wear and tear, like you can only do so much. Like I think he got it all. He got out. He transitioned into. He seems
great.
to be happy. Oh, absolutely.
He's doing great, dude.
I mean, every day is a holiday to him.
Brandon Sarah, 2275. Ozzie Newsome is a top 10 tight end.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Amazing tight end. I mean, you must be a really educated fan because most people don't even talk about players that played in the 70s because now it's generation. Oh, what's the latest generation? They were, of course, the greatest. When you look at that list of tight ends, they didn't have Winslow on there, didn't have Ozzie on there, but that's what I understand.
All right, same guy.
I'm adapting.
He said he went a different direction. He said, and of the $30 million that is bet, how much debt have Americans used to place these bets? People better wake up for they're homeless, carless, and foodless. People like to bet, Brandon. People like to bet. Then they will always
bet with your head. Don't bet over your head. Yes, and if you have a problem,
bet over their head.
Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Call one of them gambling hotlines. Me neither. I don't know the number either.
Yeah, 1-800-HELP.
I just kept betting, but that's not a good strategy. Mr. Jaime Alva. If Cris would have played for Dallas, he could have run for mayor in almost any city in Texas and won. I can't argue that. I would agree with that. Would you want to run for mayor?
Well, now, based on the standards in politics, I can definitely pass that.
Back in the day, you were nervous about it. Now flying colors.
They doing way too much background.
Who knew the world was going to change the way it has?
Yeah, now you can grab them by the
You'd have been fine. You'd have passed any background check.
Just normal
any
political stuff.
Every day's a holiday.
Reaching out, touching people.
Every day's a holiday. Justice Styles, Kelsey or Sharp is my number one. I don't know if you remember Prime Shannon. He was a number one wide receiver option as a tight end in the 90s.
I was in the league when it went down. I don't know if you remember.
I hope he's talking to me. I'm sure he's not talking to you. I can only think of Kellen Winslow being that before him. Yeah,
okay.
Well, it's okay. Fair enough.
Right. But Gronk's ability to block.
Yeah.
Antonio Gates was special, though. He was special. And if a guy won or not has nothing to do with his overall greatness. It depends on the team, what era he played in. Like, has nothing to do with it.
Dude, it also, for me, whenever somebody says, I'm like, dude, you'd be pretty damn loyal to be that good and be on the same damn, like, you stayed on a team that you was never going to win with. Like, it doesn't make you worse. I agree with you. No matter what sport you're talking about. I mean, there are guys that are killers on every freaking team that won championship. And actually, their team was relevant because they were that good, and it made it harder for them to be that good because they were surrounded by a lot of dudes that were not that good.
Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
17 years.
Yeah. Tell me he's not a dog. Yeah. And stayed. I mean, played there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And who was and was how long? How many years was he the number one option?
16.
Like, for 16 years, we're going to stop him. He still put up numbers. Right. So, Carlos Hernandez, FF to me, CC, who you think is the best wide receiver in the 2026 class?
The 2026 class, man, that's easy. Ohio State got the number one receiver this year's class and next year, Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate is moving up to, I think he's got 5 touchdowns, over 40 yards this year in the Big Ten. First team All-American, one of the semifinals for Biletnikoff Award. Carnell Tate, like, he has shown the other things that you need. You see the touchdown against Michigan, that was in the slot. You see most of the other touchdowns, he's playing outside. Throwing short area quickness, catching the ball with his hands, like his skill level and training level. I mean, he's just as good as Ibuka was last year. We saw what Ibuka did.
Insane to say.
Ohio State was holding Ibuka back. Like, I mean, Ibuka's got, Will Howard. The quarterback they have now, Justin Sane, is a better thrower. So now you can expose the talent or the superior talent of the wide receivers over defensive backs in college. And you got 2 beasts. You got 2 number ones in Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, absolutely.
Which is They just
signed the number one receiver, Chris Henry Jr., for next year. He just signed yesterday to go to Buckeyes. He'll be enrolled in 2 weeks.
Gifts keep coming,
He'll be at the bowl practicing with the team. 6'6", 6'5.5", wide receiver.
It's good to be a Buckeye.
I've been saying that for a long time.
JZW55. Cris Carter isn't well liked, but he's a hell of an analysis.
I don't know.
I like Cris.
Everywhere I go, people like
Cris.
me.
I like Cris.
I don't go places people don't like me.
I don't met nobody that like him. Silver _79.
And I'm all good with that, too.
Yeah, that is true. And he'll tell you. Silver _79. A top 10 tight end list that doesn't include John Meaike, and that doesn't have Gronk number 1. Right. Miss me with that shit.
Right, but younger people, they're not familiar with John Meaike, which is the Meaike Award. Like, Meaike was a beast. Like, when you talk about tight ends, really, say any tight end before 1975, Meaike would be involved in that conversation, and my guy, Meike Ditka.
Yeah.
Like, you got to talk about both of them. Yeah. You're talking about dudes. Like, they were throwing to the tight end preferably more than the wide receivers. If you look at some of the numbers that they put up in that era throwing the ball, with like second to none. Mm-hmm. So, yes, appreciate John Meaike mentioned being in there. Truly one of the great players and great human beings. And then Meike Ditka, like his numbers, like what he did as a football player. Just stand alone, for his career. Yes.
All right, Philip Goat 00. Tony Gonzalez, number 1, is a joke. Dude never won a ring, and his talent was great, but dude never did anything extraordinary. Kelsey's a beast. He and Gronk are probably the best tight ends of all time. Gonzalez is probably 7 or 8, but not number 1. Maybe he works for Fox.
Well, the rankings came out before he started working for Fox. Now Correct. He's at Thursday night on Amazon.
Correct.
Like, Tony Gonzalez, like, if you can make these lists, but you have to be able to say things that make players different. Mm-hmm. Like, when I talk about Gronk compared to Shannon, Gates, or even Kelsey, I talk about his blocking ability being superior than all those guys.
Correct.
In the red zone. Like, to me, if I got a ball to throw in the red zone, I'm going to throw it to Gronk because his overall catch radius, and he is a bigger mismatch, and he runs better than people expect. Like, once he gets the football, he hell to get on the ground. Mm-hmm. Like, Gronk is the hardest one to tackle out of all those guys. He's the hardest one to guard in the red area. He's the hardest one to tackle, and he's the best blocker. So I got several categories that he's the best. Now, as a route runner, those guys, Gonzalez and them, Kelsey, they're going to run some routes because they got more wiggle than him.
Correct.
All right, because they're less human being, less weight, and just the way they're built and type of game that they play. Winslow could run some ridiculous routes. Shannon runs some amazing routes. But in 3 categories, when you're number 1, it's going to be able to set you apart. But I'll talk about these guys now, but once you get into the Hall of Fame, like, we don't even make those distinctions because we're all in there.
Correct. Y'all there. P.S. Jones, I-55. Eagles players need to put all that energy used to turn on Hurts on the opposition. Okay. I can't argue that. Andre O, it's 8405. Yo, CC, I have to eat my words. I thought George Pickens was going to crash out in Dallas. I didn't think that CeeDee would get along, him and CeeDee would get along. I thought they'd be fighting over touches, which it's real good in Dallas.
When wideouts, man, we're crazy. All right? We prefer another wideout over a fucking franchise left tackle. Like, we're crazy. And we have another guy out there to make him throw the football, and now I might got a double coverage. Like, we're crazy, but we make sense.
Yeah, we crazy, we make sense. But it works. I agree.
It's numbers.
Yeah.
Bro, I went 4 straight seasons, 1,000 yards with Jake Reed, NFL record. Then we drafted Randy Moss. People say, what am I do? I went 3 straight 1,000 yards with Randy Moss. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, I was getting double covered. Man, once we got Moss, man, that was over with. Let's go. Let's go. 1-on-1. Let's go.
Easy.
Yes. So it's a numbers game, man.
Yeah.
You need players.
That's right.
Like, the only time we were a threat for the Super Bowl was when we got Randy Moss. Mm-hmm. You think I'm going to fight that?
No.
Those are the best teams. No, I'm not fighting that. I fully encourage it.
How quickly can he get here?
Man.
I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready. All right. Heavyweight funk Sounds like you guys have the sound quality problem fixed. My compliments. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Shawn does an exemplary job asking questions and follow-up questions, and Cris gives the most interesting answers I've heard, and that includes each and every other former NFL player that I've watched over the years. This is what I would describe as a sports talk show based on logic, and I like it a lot. So glad this show isn't combative, loud, and catering to the worst of human behavior. Keep up the good work, fellas. Thank you, Heavyweight Funk.
Okay.
That was also very detailed.
Great name, too. Yeah, all the details.
You can't argue.
That's analysis.
That's analysis. You can't argue the name Heavyweight Funk. That's also created in
That's world class.
So thank you very much. I appreciate you. Donks Abba 72. I would rather listen to Cris Carter than the talking heads on ESPN any day. Salute.
Thank you.
All right. William Kirkland 9954. Jalen Hurts, all these different offensive coordinators has caught up to him.
Yep.
He's mentally drained. Give Tanner a chance the next time Jalen Hurts comes out of this flat. Bench him. Jalen goes into mental lapses. Tanner, Meaike is shot. Bench, whoa, this is going great. Bench Saquon Barkley too. Shake this locker room up. Show them anybody can be benched at. Nobody's safe. The offensive line, bench them all. They stink. I like this guy. Ringo. Bench him. He doesn't belong in the NFL.
Yeah.
If the Eagles lose the Bears, I implement benching some starters against the Commanders.
Right.
Whew.
If Sirianni benches those players, Jeffrey Lurie's going to come from his owner's box and ask him, have you lost your mind? Do you know I'm paying that quarterback $200 million?
Mm-hmm.
That running back $50 million. I just extended him.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Like, if I was you, I'd get a grip.
Put him on the field.
It's the players. It's not you.
Correct.
Okay? Remember the last Super Bowl coach we had? Remember what we did to him? We fired him. We fired him. All right? And also, I got rid of Andy Reid. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Andy Reid.
Yes.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid. I got rid of him, too.
So I can get rid of you.
Oh, please.
You ain't no problem.
Oh, man, I'm rich. Anybody would love to coach the Eagles. It would be the most desirable coaching job in all of football. All of football. Every.
Why?
They got a general manager who's a genius and is going to stack the cupboard with delicious groceries, typically in jumbo size. Your football team going to be big.
Big and talented.
I mean, Howie Roseman has done that. They develop players there. It's a great place to play, great fan base. They got great rivalries. It's the best job in football.
So they ain't getting benched.
Owner, general manager, whoever that coach is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Be careful.
Yeah,
careful,
man.
Nick. All right, last one. King C21. CC. Why do basketball players stay arguing about eras and underachieving when you hardly hear anything about football players saying stuff about Dan Marino or any other greats who didn't win a lot as an ego thing or what?
Well, in basketball, you're one player, but you can take more credit and more blame because you're on the offensive side and the defensive side.
Right.
You're on the court. You got more control of the game. That's why the greatest players in basketball typically are going to win championships because they're on the court and because you're playing in a series. When you're playing in a series, it's hard to get an upset because you ain't going to have 4 upsets. You ain't going to have 4 historic, like Villanova beating Georgetown. They ain't going to do that 4 nights.
Mm-mm. They did one.
Yeah, one night, that's all. They got the magic. Let's go.
That's right. But they ain't going to do it 4.
No, but the NBA series, man, you're not going to beat LeBron 4 times. You're not going to beat Steph 4 times. You ain't going to beat Jordan 4 times, man. Like, you're not going to beat these players 4 times. So, that's one of the major differences. And I just think the overall respect that we have and what it takes to play the game in football and to play at a high level, we respect that. And I hope the other players, don't get into what the NBA is getting into. And it basically becomes, because you're an expert and because you have a platform now you're going to start bashing people that have played at a high level for some reason or not. And it's just not. It's just, we all have a voice. I can choose to be positive with my voice and expertise or negative.
Correct.
I just choose to be more positive, even though we will point out negative things because that's all part of being an analyst and having a platform and having a voice like this.
Well said. On that, I think we're done. Cris Carter, Shawn Meaike, we appreciate y'all. We'll see you next week
Thank you.
for another episode.